I'm Will Gray, and this is Boffer Fighting. The reason why you're watching this is I wanted to tell you a little bit about Boffer Fighting, swordplay, and how I teach. First question is, what's a boffer? This is a boffer. It's PVC pipe, PVC insulation, duct tape, and imagination. Now this allows a student to have a soft, safe weapon that allows them to actually get into a fight, actually be into the heat of battle, and not have an injury happen. You can hit yourself pretty good, you can get hit by someone, and there's no real damage. That won't even leave a bruise. I personally believe that some of the things that you need to learn, you can only learn in an actual fight. You can read a book about swimming, jump in the river, and die. The next thing I want to talk to you about is these two symbols. And I use them not only in my teaching, but in everyday life as well. Now, the simplest explanation for these two symbols is a single breath. An inhale and an exhale. Now, that is the simplest explanation. It also is a yin and a yang, defense and offense. But in the end, what this is, I cannot explain in words, and only with a demonstration. Since you are martial arts people, you should understand what this means. What this is I teach in 3 different tiers. The first tier is simply learning the moves and learning how to move.
2, 3, 4, thrust.
There's different types of boffers. The first one is a mid-range, which is your standard utility boffer. One-handed, allowing for multiple styles. Now this one particularly is made for beginner. It's a thicker padding. This one is an advanced. As you can see by the thickness of it, this one is more built for movement and quickness, and this one is built more for girth, and it has more padding, great for beginners and kids. These are long blades. Yes, one of them looks like a lightsaber. Now, you'll notice that there's a difference here in the handles. When I first start someone with longsword, I sometimes put this middle piece in to allow to teach them exactly where the hand grip goes. Once they actually get better and they get to know where the hand placement starts, then I take this piece out to allow them to slide and move as necessary for more advanced movements. The next style is small blades. This would be a short, very short sword or long dagger mainly for this particular weapon. Short style has to do with up close, personal. You lose range, but you do gain mobility. Another style is two-handed. Now if you'll notice, one of them is slightly smaller than the other. This is usually made for a main attack and a defending parry. Now mind you, you can switch that up and attack with either which one you like. And I also can work with a style where both of the blades are the same length, allowing you to interchange defense and offense quickly without any seams. Finally, special style, which I'm going to use with spear for this to explain. Special range weapons deal with multiple ranges: short range, mid-range, and long. So now that you know what a boffer is and the different ways that you can use them, let me tell you about how I teach. The first tier is literally learning the first steps. The 10 basic swings and movement. Now with movement, you have to picture an asterisk on the floor to start you off with. This gives you forward, back, side motion, and also side strafes with advances or with retreats. Now if you take that symbol and bring it up, this allows you many of the main attacks. Now these attacks work in cross patterns through the 3 different sections of the body and 4 different walls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are a little tricky. They have to do with thrusts, right? When someone comes into a thrust, you have the blade come in and push it to the side. This gives you your left wall, your right wall. It also allows you for up and down for overhead strikes and lower hand strikes. This gives you your ceiling and your floor. Using those gives you the first 10 basic strikes and blocks. A 1 strike is also blocked by a 1. When I teach them using these numbers. Once they understand the strikes, I also add in movement. Once you have, now you can move. Good for you. You can move and attack at the same time. Right on. Now what? Well, now we're into Tier 2. Tier 2 has to deal with actually learning the different styles. Short sword, Florentine, long sword, Western long sword, Eastern long sword, twin blade styles, staff, spear. Each of those styles has its own particular movements. Now we get to the third tier, which is where a lot of the fun really comes into play. What it has to do with is, now that you know how to fight with short sword, and you know how to fight with long sword, now if you take away what is short sword and take away what is long sword, what you have left in both is yourself. I work on 5 different pillars of training. These are honor, respect, control, discipline, and courage. Funny enough, as you train, these become not only disciplines that you use to train, but disciplines that move on into the rest of your life. Within the 3 tiers, there is actually 10 levels. So it's in a scale from 1 to 10. And when I'm fighting someone, I will use the phrase, okay, I'm going to fight you at a 5. I'm going to fight you at a 6. These 10 different levels are coordinated by different colors. White, yellow, orange, light blue, light green, dark green, brown, red, purple, black, and then silver. These different positions are broken down into the first 3 into each tier. So you have 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then 10 would be reaching the equivalent of black. I hope this video has been informative. This is Will Gray from the Knights of Gray. Hope to see you soon.